Bills-Chiefs is the most evenly matched one-sided rivalry in sports history. I mean, on the one hand, this rivalry might be one of the most evenly matched, balanced, competitive rivalries of all time. As you can see here, in the Mahomes-Allen era, they played 8 times and they have the same amount of wins, the same amount of points, the same amount of yards, the same amount of touchdowns. I mean, it's eerily similar. And in the last decade, they played 10 times, they're 5-5, they have the same amount of points. It's basically the same. But with all that being said, despite averaging the same amount of points, the same amount of yards, the same amount of everything, the one difference is the playoffs. And it's not even that the Bills haven't played well against the Chiefs in the playoffs. I mean, you can make the argument that the Bills have actually played better against the Chiefs in the playoffs than the regular season. But the only difference is that the Chiefs have played way better against the Bills in the playoffs compared to the regular season. I mean, as you can see here, the Chiefs averaged 36 points per game against the Bills in the playoffs. They averaged 450 yards, less than 1 turnover per game, 27 first downs per game. I mean, they take their game to the next level. And it's not like the Bills are playing badly. I mean, they averaged 28 points per game, almost 400 yards per game, 1 turnover in 3 games, and 25 first downs per game, and they haven't won a single one. Looking back, the famous 42-36 game, the Bills had 2 leads in the final 2 minutes of the game. They had a 93% chance of winning, and they lost. And last year, in the final 2 minutes of the game, they missed a 44-yard field goal to tie the game. Like, the margins are tiny. So even though the perception might be that this is a one-sided rivalry because the Bills are 0-3 against the Chiefs in the playoffs, they haven't been to the Super Bowl in the Josh Allen era, they've never won the Super Bowl, whereas the Chiefs, they've won 3 Super Bowls, they've beaten them 3 times. It seems very one-sided, but in reality, it's actually one of the most competitive and balanced rivalries that we've ever seen.